Good evening, my Rosalynds and Rosikins. Mother is back, and I want to talk about the fact that, yes, I am a skinny legend. And you want to know what else? I embrace skinny culture. Sue me. Anyway, so I want to say that because some of y'all that be trolling the skinny squad be like losing your freaking minds. Yeah, I said it. And last time I checked, it shouldn't be a crime to want to be as healthy as possible in regards to less body fat that does not need to be on your bones and surrounding your organs, you know, and still being able to live your best pretty girl lifestyle and, have strength. So, that being said, I want to draw your attention to these first couple of pictures that you see before you. I have a question. One, who is this goddess wolf? Two, is she a big back or a skinny legend? And three, why is she so darn gorgeous? So, for those of you who don't know, this is my inspiration, my standard of beauty, the baddest, most beautifulest, brown slash dark skin exotical of all time in my eyes. And that is no other than the Claudine Wolf from Monster High. She's a track star. She's an athlete, which means that she's not some flimsy, thin, anorexic bimbo that can get blown away with the wind. Okay? She literally can run fast as hell. She has the stamina. She loves protein because she's the opposite of me. Well, yeah, she's the opposite of me because she eats meat. I don't any longer. But the point that I'm trying to make here, my Roslins and Rosikins, is that we both consume protein. I just consume plant protein. But she's skinny. She's skinny and gorgeous. And I don't care what others would say. Oh, she's too skinny. Yeah, sue me. Okay, she's fucking hot, athletic as fuck, and one of the ghouls from the Monster High Ghoul Squad. She's killing it. And not only that, she's a fashionista. How can I not praise this beautiful werewolf? You got me fucked up. All the way up. So, that being said, as we continue down this journey of accepting skinny culture and embracing being a skinny legend, I want you to pay attention to the pictures that I have shown before you because they are of women that embrace their skinniness and also are not some flimsy thing in the wind. They actually work out. They actually are athletes on top of what they are. They're sporty, but they're also prissy and pretty and glamorous and gorgeous. Why? Because they value their health, but not to the point that they're overeating to the point that you could even tell if they did have a day, where you just like binge or you do something like, let's say, eat pizza or something. Because their everyday mantra is that nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Now, you'll see Beyonce, Meg the Stallion, endomorph body types, which I have that type of build. But that does not mean that you still cannot be slim or skinny with that type of build. They have more meat on their bones, and that's fine. But they're still skinny legends at some point in their life or are becoming. Beyonce, when she originally started out before she had kids, was a skinnier legend, but voluptuous skinny legend. And then you have Meg the Stallion, who's voluptuous, that's now trying to be a voluptuous skinny legend, or is actually, as a matter of fact, because she lost a lot of weight. My point here is this: when I think of the epitome of beauty, I think of skinny legends. I don't think of a body positivity woman that has like 1,000 roles and wants everybody to accept her. I don't think about a woman that is too lazy to go for a 2 mile run. I don't think of a woman that is begging men to accept her and her, you know, unhealthy lifestyle and choices, or to try to take her serious and not just fetishize her. I don't think of that. I think of a woman who is in high demand, Someone like Tyla, who has discipline, who is gorgeous, who takes care of her health, and it shines through and has other facets of herself that other people, men and women, both admire. I think of someone that inspires me. Therefore, speaking, when I think of a skinny legend, I think of a Victoria's Secrets model. I think of a Monster High Ghoul. I think of someone that is just killing it and that does not make food their god, but understand that food is to be enjoyed, but it's mainly used to nourish your body, and who understands how to set boundaries, and who doesn't care what others say about her because she is killing the game. And other women and men who might speak on her body obviously don't know her body and are only saying something because she's an outlier, because in the world that we live in today, it is Wally world. And when I say Wally world, I mean all they care about is food, okay? And laziness and convenience. We as a society, and especially as an American country, have let our standard for health go. And I don't want to continue living that way. And I also want to give myself the best chance possible. And the best chance possible for any woman, especially as brown slash dark skin exoticals, is to get fit, to get skinny, to get healthy, okay? To become a track star, an athlete, okay? Especially depending on your profession. I realize also that with my profession, we are athletes, first and foremost. I don't care what no one says. And so we have to make sure that we are able to perform in case there is danger so that we can protect others. And so it's not only a health issue, it's a safety issue when you have no discipline and when you embrace a body positivity type of mantra versus a disciplined mantra. And so for me, I love being skinny. I love being on my skinny journey. I love being someone who understands that it is a journey to get to that type of a body goal and lifestyle. And when I say I love being skinny, I'm speaking into existence because I'm on my journey. I'm basically halfway there. And therefore, speaking, just from what I've experienced so far, I see the benefits of having less fat on my bones. I see the benefits of building lean muscle. I see the benefits of having a disciplined attitude and daily lifestyle routine towards my eating habits and what I consume. I see a benefit with having a calorie deficit and over time gaining inch by inch with my weight loss journey and goals. I see the way that men and women treat me. I see how it has done me good for my career so far. Just in the short couple of months that I have been determined and have been disciplined to change my lifestyle. I see how people treat me. I also see how my bone structure is showing more and my body is better and I'm able to run faster and longer. I do sprints and walk, right? But I realize that I have more stamina and if need be can run longer than I could have before. I also take pride in the fact that to be a skinny legend, you are in a league of your own. Like literally, and especially amongst I would say minority women, you're in a league of your own because the average woman nowadays weighs like what, like a size 18 or like 200 pounds. Like no matter the weight, I mean no matter the size as in height, right? Like no, that's not acceptable, that's not okay. And as Rosalynds, we need to hold ourselves accountable for my Rosalynds. Like mother is not going to clap you to hell, she's going to love you to heaven, right? And be honest with you to heaven, because I will not give you advice or tell you and give you false hope when I personally wouldn't like someone to do that to me. Now, I want to add that on your weight loss and skinny legend journey or within your skinny legend lifestyle, once you've achieved that skinny legend goal that you have, you want to also remember to give yourself grace in the fact that being a skinny legend is in a league all its own, and you have to really perform as if this is what you really want. And it's also, you have to remind yourself, it's what your body needs. all of this mantra that, okay, when you get older, you grow into your grown woman body, quote unquote. You mean your obesity body? Yeah, that's not cute, that's not sexy, that's not healthy. So we could ditch that, okay? Bring back women that are put on a pedestal that actually have worked for their pedestal. I am realizing that the women that have worked the hardest for their pedestals are always brought down a peg, or at least tried. People try to bring them down a peg, especially other women, because they see that they're gorgeous. They see that they're quote unquote unrealistic body goals. No, they're not. They're very realistic. If you follow the same routine and if you have the same discipline, you can get it done too. It might take a year, but you'll get there, right? It might take 2 years to 5 years, but you'd rather be on the decline of losing the weight over time than to not lose it at all and just get bigger and bigger, right? For me personally, I feel like a good year that you have like bunkered down, you could lose at least 50 pounds within a year, at least, right? There are people who've lost 100 pounds a year, about 10 pounds a month. And some might say, oh my God, that's like insane. It is. But you know what they wanted? They wanted their life back. They wanted their health back, right? Like I grew up with the beautiful, gorgeous Megan Goods, Sierras, Aaliyahs, Beyonces, right? When they were all in their primes. And last time I checked, they weren't jiggling everywhere. They had a booty, cool. But they weren't like, oh my God, like everything is popping and busting out of the seams. Like they were very much so beauty icons. They still are to this day. And I think of Naomi Campbell. I think of Adriana. I hope I'm saying Lima. I hope I'm saying her name right. I think of women like that, Victoria's Secret models. I think of women that actually work hard for their beauty. Elena Gilbert, hashtag Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries. She was literally an icon for me. Her tiny frame is so gorgeous. It's so statuesque because you could tell that she has boobs and she has a booty, but it fits her body type perfectly. Or Victoria Justice, people like that, they'll be like that. Oh, you're a toothpick. Even Ariana Grande right now, because she got smaller and smaller, but she's always been thin. Um, since after Victorious, right? But like people make fun of her because she's very very thin. Now, are there unhealthy? I can't say unrealistic, but unhealthy um scales in regards to you could be too thin, you could be too big. Yes, I do believe that. But what I will say is she's still a thin woman, and people try to discredit her because she's tiny and skinny. So that's like a deadly combination to big backs, especially because they don't like to see those two together because you look so vulnerable. Like you need protection, and men adore that type of a woman, right? And I can't say all men adore it, but there are men that one could say could be more high value that would appreciate a woman that's petite in every way, short and also tiny. um so that's what I'm saying. Like, seriously, Rosalind's, you have to embrace being a skinny legend. You have to embrace the culture. Like, I think of Liv Schmidt, Carmelita Fox, etc. Like, you have to be okay with the fact that you eat less than a big back. You have to be okay with the fact that, you order extra smalls to a small, right? So, like, for me, right? I said, fuck it. I just went and ordered all the extra smalls I could from Shein like a month ago almost, and all my packages are delivered already for the most part. And so yeah, like I'm gonna fit into that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, because I'm determined, and I realize that having a permanent mindset shift is what allows a lifestyle change to fully develop completely. And I also realize that, yeah, no, hell no, I don't want to be a medium, I don't want to be a large, I want to be an extra small to a small, preferably an extra small. You never at least me, mother, never wants to be told to lose weight. I want to be told to gain weight, if anything. And people have to, like, literally, it's sometimes hard to explain. You have to have a mindset shift. You have to understand, like, what really brings you clarity. And I also want to add that everybody's not going to be able to accept you in your skinny legend era because they're used to your big back era. And they don't know what it is to see you healed, emotionally well, mentally well, and everything else well, physically well, health wise, right? Two, like they don't know what it is to see you all glamorified and staying in your power as a disciplined, skinny legend. All they are used to is seeing you having no self control, and therefore you've gained all that weight over time. And they're not used to the part of you that you used to be, that you're, getting back and empowering again within yourself from when you were a younger woman or girl. So bear with yourself. People are going to make their judgments about you as a skinny legend. They're going to say you have an eating disorder. They're going to try to discredit your hard work. They're going to make comments like you need to eat, because they're not used to seeing a beautiful woman in today's society walking around amongst average women that has that discipline and the determination to be her own Victoria's Secrets model. They don't know what that is. They will never understand unless they have a mindset shift and are determined to reach that goal like you are. And unfortunately, the average woman is not going to understand that and cannot relate to you actually putting in the work. And so they're going to bully you. They're going to shun you. They're going to be jealous. They're going to hide their men. They're going to hide their children. They're going to hide everybody they can, and even try to assassinate your character, right? Because as a woman, all you really have is your character, right? Your reputation. They're going to try to do that. They're going to try to make you out to be a mean girl because you don't fit their, social big back norms. They're going to say that you're like on a level your own, that looking like you, having your body type, having your face, having your beauty is unattainable for the average woman, when in fact it really is not. The average woman just doesn't want to truly attain it, because when you want something, you find a way to figure it out and to get it. And so they're going to try to do all these things to you, my Rosalynds. They're going to try. They're going to try. And when they do, just remember that you are a skinny legend. You're a Victoria's Secrets model. You are a monster high girl. And you live for your fashion, your athleticism, your healthy lifestyle, and your glamorous attitude. And no one can take away your aura, okay? Your energy speaks for itself. Because they're going to try. They always try. Why? Because they can't relate. And they're not part of the pretty girl club, as Exoticals United would say. They're damn sure not part of the goal squad, as my monster high baddies would say. And they're damn sure can't relate to a woman that actually is on her pretty girl shit, like yourself. And so, that being said, Mother just wants to encourage you. Embrace being a skinny legend. Embrace skinny culture. They want to say you have an eating disorder? Cool. But you know what you don't have? You don't have a heart attack when you run 2 miles. You don't have extra back fat hanging off your back looking like someone, you know, was like a can of biscuits popping out with your back fat jiggling. You know what you don't have to wear? A girdle. You know what bill in your house is low? Your grocery bill. Because you don't eat like a big back. You eat moderately and you use food to nourish your body. You know what you don't have? Men trying to only fuck you and not actually claim you. You know what you don't have? You don't have to worry about your outfits not looking nice and flattering on your body, because Exoticals Unite says your body is the outfit. So once you get your body together, you got your outfit together. Amen. Amen. You know what you don't have? You don't have the same insecurities you used to have. Sure, we're women. We all get insecure. Hell, we all get jealous at times. But the difference is that you are closer to attaining all those things that have triggered you in the past than someone with a big back. Because you know what? You got your body together, first and foremost. So it is what it is. Another thing that you don't have to worry about is the fact that you have pretty body privilege and you have pretty face privilege. And those two combinations look great with anything. And so you're always going to be killing it even when you're not trying. Okay? Okay. Like everything you wear is going to flatter you. Like for reals, for reals. You're going to get invited places. You're going to have certain men trying to hit you up that are on a different caliber from the average man. Because what? You are not an average woman, period. And you know what? You're going to have more career opportunities. You're going to even be asked if you model or to model. Like, you're going to be the representation Not like we already aren't, my Rosalinds and Rosikins, but you're going to have those opportunities. And so all these things you're going to have, minus all the big back issues. So you have the skinny legend benefits with the pretty girl benefits. And then on top of that, every other talent and, like, I would say privileges you have outside that. Maybe you have a luxury privilege. Maybe you have money privileges. Maybe you have talent privilege. You have all these other things going for you, intelligence privilege, all these other things, along with skinny legend privilege and pretty girl privilege. Face card don't decline, right? So all these things you're going to have going for you because you are a skinny legend. And I just want to say that Mother is so proud of you, my darling Rosalind. And she always knew. I always knew you would kill it. I knew it. I just knew it. This is why you're my favorite. Anyway, that being said, with that, Mother is going to say ciao.